We have a Verdance game. I have some thoughts into this matchup. We'll see how we do. I have poisons for, and these runics are relatively good pressure, so we're running them. Could honestly run nearly everything, but it's kind of difficult to fit everything, and you don't want to put all the D reacts in because if they decide to only throw arcane at you, which they can do, it becomes kind of a problem. There is a temptation to play that Germinate, but I think I should be pitching it. Probably going to throw the Autumn's Touch just because it's something in my graveyard. Feels like what I want to do. That away for later because I don't think I need it for quite a while. I really want my ability on for it to be good, so maybe use the grasp and put the canopy in as well. But it doesn't matter. I've got enough canopies and it's a blue. Means I've definitely got blue for Dread Cipher for the next turn. A very common thing Verdance does to you is Surgent Baiting, I suppose would be the good description, where they throw this to take a card and then switch to a melee attack afterwards, potentially with no intention of ever playing the follow-up arcane. They've got Seeds of Tomorrow's in, which it's a good play into Florian. I don't think it's a bad play as such, but I'm not sure it's necessary, and it does clog the deck slightly if you're not using it. And they know I've got access to things like I've got access to plow, but they can obviously respond to the plow of the seeds, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like it's awkward in that like if they try and arsenal something ready for seeds later. Flagging by the way. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's sort of an interesting kind of split of disruption in between things. Query for myself is whether I just Dread Scythe. I think I do. I think I double pitch to do the Dread Scythe. I can be in this in a second. Should have actually done it first, maybe, because I thought there's a trigger space for me there. I think there is. I think it skipped my part of it. Doesn't matter all much. I can do it whenever, obviously, but I prefer to, you know, pretend to be able to do stuff. Need to build graveyard. Yeah. Just cycling those summers falls through. Since I know I've got one banked, I don't really want to have like another one in hand that I'm not even playing because it's not good block and it's red. I kind of want to keep this root bound because you know I want to use it soon. Maybe I should have swung the Summer's Fall because it's quite early game. That shuffle the root bound into Arsenal, which is kind of where I want it for later. Decompose? Oh, I do have a decompose. Then yes. I don't know if this is the right play. I think it's the right play. I'm going to just feed these in because I get more earth cards in the bin for decomposing. And I can obviously do quite an aggressive turn off the rest of this. I'm very safe from their combo for a very long time as well, so I don't actually have to worry about siving them for quite a while. I've just seen we're what 10 turns off combo now, basically, most likely. I think we're good to just do the 7 from the E strike and then put the shelter in. Checking what they've actually played. There's an E strike in there, which is I don't think it's a bad choice. It's an interesting choice. Torn on what to do with this shelter. I expect that I'm going to lose this one to the plough, so this is actually perfect, I guess. Awkward in that I don't know where I want to go with this. Heroic's got a lot of potential, but maybe not for a while. Definitely giving them that. Decide on the channels. One of the two. We'll go with that. Bit of scythe bullying because it requires 2 cards from them. So I am basically immune to their combo for another like 6 or 7 turns easily. Longer? This really is just a case of trying to beat them up for several turns, I think. Pre-playing is very awkward. Not the best hand. We are just like throwing everything away here. Exactly efficient, but it's at least something to do. Because just swinging for sevens isn't going to work. I need to actually build some sort of position. Not bad for graveyard, but I mean, to be honest, drawing a felling late is not going to be upsetting either. Probably stack the bottom up like felling, condemn, and then the other stuff, something like that. So there's all the healing potions. Um, Double pitch them for the scythe, that's fine. Probably truce into Arsenal. I think it matters making the scythe harder to do because they're not near their combo. And I'm just trying to maximise hand value. This is a very bad play from them, in my opinion, because they've only got one more turn of dealing with this and they're giving me it back. This won't hit, but there's no point giving them zero pressure. Got another banish effect, which is good. Not too precious about these because I know I put one back in the deck and there's some blue ones kicking around. Ability on as well, which is kind of the important thing to me. And now we're at 8, which is good. Heard of not doing anything, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to use that carapace because that leaves me with the ability to potentially face purgatory if they come in with anything big. So I think I just have to leak some damage into this, really. I don't know, I could just pitch it all, but it's just such a horrible red stack. I don't want to put it all in my deck. Put a yellow under the Command and Conquer to try and mitigate that problem, which is kind of why I didn't want to pitch everything, because I'd end up with slightly more red together. You know, with me playing the strike, it's now going to go red, yellow, red, not red, yellow, red, red, which would be a terrible hand to pull into in the end game, in my opinion. Especially because obviously later on I'm going to have to be scythe bullying a lot. I mean, we're getting close. It's remember, turn a 2 away. Got to start paying a lot of attention. Check 1 tree, 2 tree. There's still a tree left in there somewhere. Yep. Not super happy about the double red, but kind of need to set up. Right, got both poisons now. That's the end of a full cycle. They're about to try and combo at some point. The felling's fully worth it over the scythe, obviously, because it takes a card off their hand and that makes their combo kind of bad. I've currently got this poison to help defend. Well, the poison's long gone, so I've got to be a little bit careful. But you know, feels like a good place. Need more earth in the bin though. You know, running out of ability to decompose. It'll build back up over time. Well, this is a good felling turn because this was probably close to the combo. I feel like they probably had it at this point. Or maybe not. It's a lot of carapaces. Very red. Gonna have to take the damage. Not the ideal clump of reds at all. This is big. I think this is the right move. I have no idea what I'm going for. Decompose. Big. Sure what they're up to. There we go. They're doing something. I think this is the best time to interject this. Gonna be a big combo. I think it might be lethal. I think I've let myself get ground down far too far. I just had some very bad times, yeah. Unfortunately, done, and my hand was also not blue enough to stop it. It's what it is. As I sort of said earlier, I know the mechanics of beating Verdance. That is close to what I needed to do. I just my life had gone kind of too low, and I really hadn't found the disruption I needed. Maybe the Germinate was a bad play because obviously if I'd thrown the weapon at them, yeah, like I'm thinking maybe I should not have stopped hitting them with the weapon at that point in the game because I knew the combo was basically constantly around. Um, I just sort of saw a good opening for a Germinate and thought, I think I'm okay. And then it was a bad decision, basically. But obviously, if I could prevent that life getting, it couldn't even combo. So, very much that. But, it is what it is. I'm still learning this deck. This is game 3, I think. When I'm counting these games, I'm counting Talishar games. I played a small pile of games in real life into Prism with this, but I know how to play against Prism. I don't know how to play into the others particularly well. This felt mostly fine. Yeah, see you in the next one.